So this Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday. The Los Angeles Rams are playing against the Cincinnati Bengals, and the whole America is watching it. This is the most watched event. Who's going to win? Los Angeles, Cincinnati. Cincinnati are the underdogs, and we are all watching and betting and watching the ads. It's a whole da-da-dum. On Purim, which is coming up soon, it says, Kiemu v'kiblu haYehudim. The Jews began and they accepted. And it's related in Kabbalah that the Jews, 1,000 years before that, were standing at the foot of the mountain of Sinai and God gave them Torah. But that was only the beginning. When did they complete the receiving of the Torah? By the times of Shushan, with Mordechai, with Haman, when they stood strong and they were able to overcome the decree of Haman. The question is, the Jews were on a much higher level when they received the Torah. They had just come out of Mitzrayim, out of Egypt. God had destroyed, decimated the Egyptians. There was the miracle of the splitting of the sea. When God gave the Torah to the Jewish people were on such a high level, they saw God in the most unimaginable way. A maidservant saw what the greatest prophets didn't. It was a revelation of God in the greatest way. And the Jews were on a truly high spiritual level. They were in tune with godliness. They were feeling, sensing godliness. On the other hand, in the times of Haman, the Jews were on a very low level. They were in exile. It was dark time. The Jews weren't exactly observing Torah and Mitzvah. They weren't in a highly spiritual time. So why is it that specifically when this decree of Haman to annihilate every single man, woman, and child in the Jewish nation, specifically during this time, the Jews were able to complete the exception of the Torah? And the Megillah says, Kiemu kiblu haYehudim, kiemu ma she'echelu bizman matan Torah. The answer is, a Jew is compared to an olive. When does an olive produce the best? When does it produce its juice? When it's crushed. When you take an olive, you crush it, it produces its finest juice. That's when it is at its best. And a Jew, when we are challenged, when it's difficult for us, the best is brought out. That's when we thrive. When life throws challenges and obstacles at you, that is when you are able to persevere and overcome and bring out the best inside of you. Katit lama'or, as it says in this week's Parshat Tetzaveh. You have a team which is standing against you at the Super Bowl. That is when you could bring out the best inside of you. When you have an obstacle, a great team like Los Angeles Rams against you, and you are now playing Cincinnati, you are the underdog, but you bring out the best inside of you, you can persevere and survive. In fact, it says that we are now in the darkest time of exile. Right before Mashiach is the darkest time of night is right before dawn. We are now right before the coming of Mashiach. And that's why the world around us is going crazy, berserk. It's Meshuggah. It's going crazy. The world is not normal. Why is that? Because we are the darkest period. But specifically now, it's actually the best time for us because we can bring out the best. Specifically now, when we are crushed, we can bring out the best. We can thrive. So now is the time to rededicate ourselves to Torah, to mitzvot, put on tefillin, to light Shabbat candles, to spread goodness and kindness in the whole world. Because now is a time where it's dark. We can now bring out the best in us. So whatever personal challenge you go through,